All right, so we're standing here at the Optica stand together with Jose Pozo. Everyone knows Jose, but Jose is CTO of Optica. Thank you for taking the time to have a quick chat. Jose, how has Photonics West been for you so far? We're on day 3 now, almost at the end.
Amazing. The amount of people this year was beyond my expectations. The amount of traffic, the flow, we had rain, so even that would be a challenge for people from Silicon Valley to come, didn't affect at all. Like, I've never seen, since before the pandemic, so many flow of people, so many positive energies. Fantastic. I think one thing that we need to be very concerned about, this show is a component show, the best component show in the world, but it's a component show. This show needs to keep attracting the system people. The system people are here walking about, and this is what makes Photonics West, in my opinion, the best exhibition in the world.
For components, yeah, so you have the system guys walking around shopping for new,
That's right.
For new
and the
components
being shown. New things happening constantly. This year, for me, was the year in which free space optical communication was proved as a reliable technology for space. We had actually system integrators from SpaceX here walking about and sharing their needs. There are more than 1,000 lasers already in space for free space optical communication.
Wow.
And the way, I mean, for me, the most exciting thing was that now we have a vision for how this space optical communication is going to work. It's like a data center. Imagine every satellite is like a rack in a data center. And for that you need photonics for the communication intra-satellite, like intra-rack, and then you need communication between satellites.
Between satellites?
Between satellites we talk about free space, but intra-satellite is all fiber.
Fibers,
And the challenge here is fibers and fiber components and photonic integrated circuits that need to survive for the long term. It cannot be replaced easily. You cannot send an astronaut to space every day. And now we had the money and the volume production. Now it is the time for the photonic integrated circuit community to solve that particular challenge. We have solved the challenge in data center transceivers. Now we have to do the same in a place where you cannot easily replace them.
Interesting. And with special conditions too, I can imagine up there. All right, Jose, you know Photon Delta. We're interested in integrated photonics. You already mentioned something on free space optics. What do you think are the highlights here at Photonics West? What are the developments that gets you most excited about?
Right now, packaging. Packaging and integration. One of the biggest challenges that we have for photonic integration is in volume production, putting lots of fibers with very low insertion losses. Here we have Quantum West, lots of quantum companies. We have lots of panels of the use of photonic integrated circuits for quantum computing. The biggest challenge is that every photon counts. So now we have to put every single photon into the waveguide. We cannot do it with a fiber and a chip. The standard packaging solutions are not working. So now we are seeing companies like Femtoprint, companies who are using femtosecond lasers to write into a waveguide and make this funnel out. This is the next big thing, being able to have an interposer that not only makes it more efficient, but actually reduces any kind of losses between the laser and the fiber. That for me has been the biggest challenge, to see these new packaging technologies. I was talking about the Photon Delta, the Dutch pavilion area. I was very impressed with new companies that are happening there, looking at the packaging solution. We've seen like companies like Microline that were looking at the fiber arrays and controlling each one of the fingers to make sure that we can actually have a very efficient coupling. I think that's the next big thing. For photonic integration, Photonics West is not the main market because it's not the market in which datacom telecom is driven, and that's where the money is. But quantum is coming really strongly, and in quantum technologies, most of the companies are getting now pressure from the investors on bringing devices to the market. And for that, need to make them manufacturable, small, at the right aspect ratio and price, with the right reliability, and that's where photonic integrated circuits is finding a really huge market here in this show.
Scalable solution. Have you been also at the AR, VR part?
That's correct. Yes. I was very impressed with the demonstrators this year there. It's like technology in AR, VR is managing to make dreams really come true. We are really touching meta lenses, touching light engines, seeing how micro LEDs have been the light engine for AR, VR, and seeing this Dutch company, Brilliance, using silicon nitride photonic integrated circuits with an RGB chip, and being able to actually use it as a projector to project any light next to your eye. For me, this is crazy. Bringing photonic integrated circuits, projecting light into your eye, and that's happening. And I was very impressed with that. I thought from the beginning that the big players like Sony or like Meta we're driving this industry, and what makes me very excited right now is that I see that these smaller players, companies like Neil Technologies or companies like Brilliance, really driving the innovation in this sector, and that's fantastic.
Yeah. And you see also the Metas and the Googles, they're walking around scouting for these type of technologies from these smaller organizations, startups, right?
Correct.
That's what they need.
Yeah.
And that's what Photonics West offers. So
Yes.
I think for us, we've also seen a lot of interesting developments. We've actually had great exposure at the Dutch Pavilion. And I wanted to thank you also for your support, Jose, and for this nice interview. Is there any last thing that you would like to mention?
Very important. When it comes to bringing all these new applications, we need a roadmap.
Yeah.
And we need a roadmap that all the companies can see themselves reflected. We don't need a roadmap for the Dutch companies or we need a roadmap for the American companies. We need a universal roadmap.
Yeah,
and I know you have been working very hard on that together with the Photonics. And here is Optica, here is your platform. We need to make sure that roadmapping activity, which is very successful so far, gets into the hands of every single company that wants to use, manufacture, or test photonic integrated circuits.
Great. That brings me to my small announcement as well, that at the OFC 2024, so end of March, we will be launching the next version of the IPSR International, the roadmap that Jose is talking about, and thanks to their support, we are doing that at the executive forum of the OFC that's organized by Optica. So thank you very much, Jose, and we'll see you there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.